What up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I got the 2013 Audi A6, right? So today what am I doing? I got to replace some suspension part in this A6. So I got these pieces that I bought online. This is original grade right here. Also, please remember to hit the like button and please remember to hit the subscribe button on this channel. It really helps us out, and then we can continue to make this great content to help those people out there that likes to do work on the car themselves. And then of course it's this suspension piece, supposed to be the upper control arm, and then I have the other suspension piece, which is two upper control arms. So yeah, one on the left and one on the right. So yeah, let's pull that out. So as you can see, one is a little longer than the other, and of course we'll match them up once we get also is the bolt, and then there's a nut right here, which is a lock washer. All right, cool. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna go ahead and jack the car up, set the jack stand, and let's get started. All right, so that's for safety. Wheel is off, wheel is there for protection. Of course, we got the jack and the jack stand. So next thing, we're going to be removing these two pieces, and then we're gonna get behind here and replace those two bolts also. We're going to use a second jack also, just to keep the suspension floating. I don't know if you can see that, but the minute we start to jack up, you can see the movement of the suspension. Why is once I remove this bolt, pretty sure this is going to want to fall to the ground, because this is what's supporting it. So definitely we need to have a second jack, or jack stand or something like that. All right, cool. All right, so I got the 5/8. I also have the 14 millimeter for right here. And this should be all right, same thing with that one. All right, so that's it. We just need to get behind here, get those bolts out, and then remove both of these arms. All right, we're gonna try to get back here and get that 16 millimeter. We'll use 2 wrench because of spacing. We'll add another one to it, this much. A long bolt. All right, that right there, suspension piece right here. All right, so now that's what the old one looked like. That's the new one. Now the old one is busted, and of course the new one isn't. That's how it should look. So we can sit the new one right beside it, and we can sit the old one, and we can match up both pieces. Look at that. And then of course, look at this one. Let's install that. Got the suspension piece back in, and we do have the bolt here right there with the washer, 16 millimeter that we're gonna insert. All right, so what I had to do in order to get that bolt all the way in, this part of the spring is blocking it. So I'll have to release my jack just a little bit. Once the suspension drops a little bit, then that gives me enough room right here to be able to slide this bolt in exactly without any obstruction from the spring of the suspension. So that's exactly what you have to do. You just got to lower the suspension so you get enough room, and then you could just use your hands right here and should be able to slide. What we're going to do is just add like I said, the wrench to another wrench so I can get some more torque. All right, I think that's tight enough. Okay, so one new one is in, and we'll just need to remove the second one now that's on the left side. And here's a problem again that we're having. So right there, the bolt is being obstructed by this coil spring. So what we'll do is just an easy fix. It's actually best if you had two jacks, right? And then what we'll do is I'll just jack this thing up a little. See that? That's perfect. So all I did was just utilize the jack and just jack the suspension up from the bottom, and then that allows me to be able to come in and just slide that bolt out with enough room. And you can see my suspension piece just fell out. So there it is. So this is the piece that I just pull out right there, and same thing. This is busted, so we can just move it around. You can see that right there. And that's exactly what's going on. So that's why I'm replacing these. So you see that? You're not supposed to be able to do that with your fingers. All right. So yeah, I realize this jack is very useful just because sometimes you need the space, you know, whether it's in here or on the first one over there. But it's very nice to be able to have it. So yeah, let's match these up. We'll match the old, and here's the new. Looks exactly the same. And right here, can't move it with the fingers. And then right there. All right, let's get to it. So that one is in, and all we got to do is just it's really important that you guys wear a mask with this job, because like I said, this is under the wheel well with all this dust, everything, all the garbage that the car picks up while it's driving. You know, you don't want to be inhaling this dust. So yeah, just use a mask. And then yeah, let's try to install this thing here real fast. We can get our fingers to tighten this thing almost right on in, almost there, and then we could just use our 16mm to finish the job. Then we're gonna use the tool, ratchet again, just to build some more torque. Make sure we can get this thing nice and tight. If you have a torque wrench, it's recommended to torque it to specs. I don't have one, not a mechanic, so. All right, got it. Now, only thing that's left to do is just basically get the suspension to line up with these two. All right, so let's see if we can get that jack to get that suspension in the air, and then try to fit these two suspension pieces within . Jacking this thing up, just gotta line it up perfectly. So right there at the top, we have there we go, 2 holes. that in. Now we just need to put the bolt on the end, and then we can start tightening it up. I think I said bolt, but I actually meant nut, because the bolt is already in. So this is the nut right here that goes on. That's it. So we're just gonna put the wheels back on right now. We're done. We'll get the jack out, or we'll get the jack stand first, and then we get the jack, and yeah, we're done. All right, so that's exactly how we replace on this Audi 2013 Audi A6. That's how you replace the suspension pieces on the top with the ball joints, or the upper ball joints. All right, and yeah, I'll put this on right now. Please remember to hit the subscribe button, help support the channel. Also remember to hit the like button, help support the channel. All right, if this helps you out, appreciate you.